Hello, I am behind with my Makeup of the Week series, but let's recap on roughly the last week's worth of makeup releases, sneak peeks, all that kind of good stuff. I'm actually going to start with something that I think is, in my opinion, the most interesting, and I'm sort of accidentally going for the vibe today. Why is my face so shiny? I don't know, but anyway, this product would make you look this shiny. Not that this is it, by the way. I don't even have a filter on. I don't know what's going on. I'm near a window, but I'm very greasy today. This product. So this is a new product from Natasha Denona. It's the High Gen Skincare Infused Glow Beautifier. That's a mouthful. Here's some details. So it is out now. It comes in 4 shades. And it is essentially a skin hydration and moisturization, pore reduction, vegan, blah, 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 blah. It's essentially a highlighter that you can use all over your face. It reminds me of those liquid highlighters, so like the Charlotte Tilbury one, or the dupes, the Hollywood Flawless Filter one. So essentially it's like a highlighter product you can put all over your face, but it looks like it's more of a pan product. It doesn't quite look powdery. It almost looks like a bit cream to powder, if that makes sense. So this is the texture here. So it is a pan powder, but again, I think it's got that sort of creamy element to it. It actually looks really beautiful as a highlighter because it's sort of, this is a video of Natasha Denona sort of demonstrating it, but it sort of looks like it catches a light, almost like that glass finish, but then when you are out of the light, it looks very translucent. So it looks like I would try this as a legit highlighter. But she does market it mainly as being something that you can put all over your face. And I think that's a bit too much, really. So she's applying it here like you would that liquid highlighter. So almost as a highlighting sort of base product with very little coverage. These are the 4 shades available. So she's using the lighter shade. There's one that's a little bit more champagne, one that's a little bit more gold, and one that's more bronze. Now, this is sort of in the range with the High Gen Hydrating Primer Serum. Now, I've never used this, but apparently it's a primer that obviously hydrates, but also adds a glow to the skin. Now, these are supposed to be paired. So you can use this by itself. You can use it on top of the primer or under makeup as like a illuminating primer. Or one that I think is the strangest is that you can drop that into the product. Like this, dropping it in, mixing it to make a sort of liquidy product, and then painting it on like a really intense liquid highlighter for all over your face. Now, I'm just going to say, if you love this really sweaty, I've just come out of the tropics kind of look, go for it. I actually prefer the before. I understand why some people like this. I've tried this type of product before, not the powder, but the liquid. I've tried it in a few different brands, and I find that when I do wear it all over my face just by itself, I look like a shiny face with a matte body, and it looks very, very unusual. Like, okay, this one looks like it's like hidden some discoloring a little bit more, but it's very shiny. It's essentially what I'm doing today, which I am not a fan of. Anyway, these are the 4 shades. I do find this intriguing. I sort of would like to try it as a highlighter and maybe in areas that I want some glow. I don't know. I think this is very on trend, and I kind of like the idea that if you do want that all over face glow, you can get it in a powder version and you don't need to get it in a liquid, because I do feel like that's limiting to people that have like oilier skin. So this is very trendy at the moment. I don't think it's a product that everyone's going to get along with, but it's interesting. Something a little bit more boring and safe is a new powder from Hourglass. This is the Vanish Airbrush Pressed Powder, and it's a talc-free powder designed to absorb oil and airbrush, and it's supposed to help your makeup last all day. It does come in only a few shades. Got like a light cooler tone shade, a light warmer tone shade, slightly deeper warm tone shade, tan shade, and only one deep shade. So there you go. 5 shades. They're supposed to be translucent though, so they aren't supposed to deposit much color. I have seen comments, people saying that this is not at all inclusive, and that's right. But Hourglass are doing what they always do, which is pander to their rich white women. That's the main customer base, while giving you a little bit of variety, but really, honestly, not much. It would have been nice to at least seen a cool and warm for across sort of like light or fair light, tan, medium, deep, that kind of thing. So if you are cool toned or warm toned, you have that option. I feel like these translucent products, like even if it's supposed to be translucent, if you've got cool toned skin and you're putting a yellow powder on, it looks hideous. So it would have been nice to see at least undertone variation in the depths. This is unusual. So to celebrate 40 years of MAC, instead of actually doing like a birthday release thing, they're re-releasing items from 3 past Disney collections. So Aladdin from 2019, Cinderella from 2015, and 2010, I can't even see this because it's covered, but it's Maleficent, essentially. That was the Villains collection, and it's the Maleficent things that they're releasing, but they did have like Cruella de Vil and a few other things. I actually do remember that. There's the Cinderella things that they're releasing. It's obviously the new formulated lipsticks, which are nice because back then they had the older formulations. And that was for the Aladdin live action movie, that release. Anastasia Beverly Hills are getting iridescent and colourful. So this is the Cosmic Collection. There's eye glosses, there's space dust powders and lip glosses. They are all clear with a translucent sort of shimmery colour to them. So you can see there's pinks, there's blues, there's yellows, there's like peachy shades, I guess. These are the eye glosses. I'm getting Colourpop vibes, but a little bit more refined, less chunky glitter. They look very boring. This is an example of one of the sort of loose pigments. They're all going to look white, but when they catch the light, they all have a different color. So I don't know if this is supposed to be white or purple. You got like a yellowy gold orange kind of color, blue, pink, and green. They all look the same. And the clear lip glosses, they all look the same. Speaking of spangly, sparkly glosses, these are the NYX Butter Gloss Blings. So these are the shades, and they are now available to platinum members at Ulta. I don't know, whatever, they're coming soon. Some of these, like, I don't like a metallic lip, so it's not for me. I feel like each shade looks nice on a lip. Like that one looks nice on the deeper one, that sort of gold one. This I don't like the look of. Yet this sort of peachy one, dipped out, it's called, looks really nice on the fair skin, looks absolutely hideous on that skin. So I would say that these are hit and miss depending on your skin tone. I would probably swatch them in store. And this is the issue that I have with sort of metallic lip glosses or lipsticks. They can look really like that if you're not careful. I don't think it's very pleasant. Some other random things. We've got Freck have now got a pink honey pen. So it's a special tip applicator and you can draw on little freckles. It comes in 4 shades. This is the little tip. So you can just draw on your freckles if you want to. Freck is a brand. They do have like liquid blushes and stuff, but they're predominantly faux freckle based brand. So if you like to draw on your freckles, that's an option. I do have to say, as someone that occasionally draws in their sort of spot here, it is handy to have something like this. I just use like an eyebrow pencil or a brown eyeliner, but if you do have freckles and you want to sort of draw them back in after you've put your base on, and if you're wearing especially a medium to full coverage foundation, you sort of need to do that. Look, there's a niche for it. Rare Beauty have released new minis of their liquid blushes and their highlighters. So if you were wanting to try their range but didn't want to commit to a big one, or if there's a color that you want to buy but you know that you won't use a big tube of a red blush, you can now buy minis. Same goes for their highlighter, so you can try before you buy it. These are massive. The highlighter, liquid highlighters, you get heaps in there. So it is good to try before you buy. And these are the shades that they now come in. The last thing I'm going to mention is Glaminatrix are bringing out quads. There's a goldy one, a cool tone greeny one, and a purpley one. I actually have these. They're at home. I'm at my parents' place. I will swatch them and show you when I get to open that parcel. So I will see you all in the next one. Bye!